I want to welcome you all to the Broski Doodles podcast, the best podcast in all the lands and in all the 7 seas. With you, the classic crew, Fear, John, and we're going right to the topic. Subscribe, of course. Leave a comment. Stop being a little bitch. Come on. We love you. Love us back. Lick it up. So,
thank you, Belgium.
Belgium is on the map, as always. Fucking, I love these guys. You know when you go out on a date, right? With a girl. Ooh. You guys are in that world, you guys are.
I mean, or a guy. I mean, depending on what you want. This is the Broski Doodles. We don't judge.
Right now, there's the LGBT events going on in Madrid. I'm all with it. I don't go to them because I just don't like events that have a lot of people. But I'm with the cause. So of course, yeah, guy, girl, whatever you're into, we're cool with that.
Right.
But you go on a date, right, with whatever significant other. And one of the main things that you normally do is, hey, let's go out for dinner, right? And I know this is not a new topic. This has to have been discussed in the past. It almost seems not almost, it is counterproductive, this type of plan, because if you're trying to do the dirty deed at the end of the night, which sometimes is the goal, not in all of these encounters, but in some of them, the eating part becomes an issue because the digestion takes a lot of your body, puts you almost in a state where you're not really meant for procreating. And this is why you sometimes will see girls on a date like that just get like a small salad because they don't want to get
bloated.
Full,
they don't want to start farting during sex.
Right. They want to be ready for it. And so do you think we should, this should be changed? Like, instead of, hey, let's go out for some tea, for example, like, eat early on your own. Let's go have some tea.
Also one thing that I do notice, like, if you're on a date, if you notice that the girl will ask, like, what's in the food, and she'll ask to not put any onions or garlic in the food, and that's a sign. That's a very subtle sign that she intends to at the very least get a kiss.
Okay, I like it.
Or give a kiss. Like, the possibility is there. It's not for sure, but she's like, well, I don't want to have stinky breath in the case that something like this were to arise.
I'm sorry. So, does this have any onions or garlic? No. All right, thank you. And the fish, does it have anything in it that would dry up my reproductive organ? Okay, thank you. And then she looks at you, she's like, oh no, just curiosity.
No, I'll just eat a salad.
Let me just get. Do you have just lettuce, like a couple leaves? I might have to suck dick later.
I don't want anything to interfere.
Yeah.
Oh man.
It seems like a very outdated model. You're right. There's other date activities that are a lot better than going and sitting down and having dinner. Things that are more engaging.
And also, if the case is that you intend to do that, then have the dinner after. I don't see why you'd have to have the dinner before.
Well, because normally you're working towards it on the date, right?
But we should flip the script. I'm agreeing with John. Like, that should be a reward system. Yeah.
Right, it should be a reward
system. We had sex. Here you go.
Yeah.
Now you can have some Taco Bell.
Right. Right. Get anything.
Yeah. Because God forbid you get Taco Bell before sex.
Extra onions for her.
No, but by all means, get anything. It's on the house. Like,
anything you want.
Right.
You deserved it. You
earned champ.
It. You've earned it. Now.
Hey, and then like a butt slap on the way out.
If
go get him, Tiger.
If it so happens that after the Taco Bell, you all go for round 2, very impressive.
Right.
That's cool too. But the first round is before the Taco Bell. I mean, just so that things can go decently.
Is this like it is now? Is this also like the first round where it's the first time that you have been intimate with this partner,
or right, talking about the first time?
It's already been like 3 years, and you guys have known each other for a long time, and
after the 3 years, I'll be eating to talk about while we're fucking.
Right. Like I have a crunchy wrap that's dripping on, in your butt crack or whatever.
Nice.
So no, damn. John, we're talking about when it's still uncomfortable, when you're still trying to make it happen.
A steaming enchilada, nice.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Are you gonna have a relationship sometimes with certain women where you have the comfort, of having, sauce fall in their naked body? Yes, I mean that happens, but that's not what we're talking about here.
You have to be a gentleman and lick it up.
We got to get to that point in the first one.
Right.
Does it become a problem where you can only enjoy sex if you're dropping little bits of the spiciest Taco Bell sauce?
Of Diablo sauce on her titties?
No, right on her labia.
I will say if you use it too much, you will lose sensitivity.
Like you put some hot sauce on your tongue and then you eat her out.
Because then nothing will feel good ever again. You will always be chasing the dragon.
Yeah, that's what she's into.
I mean
that fire breathing dragon.
I mean, you want to break this horse or what? What I mean?
And then she queeps and then you see like little smoke come out.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. So this is what the Patreon episodes could look like, except they'll be on YouTube and demonetized. But this is sort of, a little bit of what we wanted to show, what we're capable of, No, but what are other subtle things that you notice in the dynamic that has to do with going on? It's not a first date per se, but it's that climatic date where shit could go into the right direction. We're not talking about when you already have some rapport with a girl and you plan out. I remember, back in my days, you would plan like little things like, oh, bring popcorn, I'll bring some beer, we'll do the damn dirty thing. That happens. I'm talking about when it's still uncomfortable, when you're not sure if shit is going to happen. You might not want to go to Tijuana's Tex-Mex that night.
Oof.
Maybe go to some poke. Some Japanese fish shop. But this is the problem. You talk about a reward system. If you go to a Japanese place, especially in Miami, first of all, you're going to get ripped off, but you're going to spend like $300.
Okay. Yeah. That's why I do it after.
Yeah. Does it work better as an incentive? Like if it's a government plan, isn't it better if you offer it after they do their part? They're part of the contract, and I'm not saying this has to be the dynamic every time. I'm just saying when the dynamic is that, then should the incentives be appropriate to the situation?
I think you got to do it subtly, because if you say it outright like that, then it sounds bad. But if you're just like, hey, you just do it afterwards, right?
Okay.
And it's like, oh shit, we had sex. I'm really hungry. You want to go eat? And you don't even know, but you're working that shit.
Right. Like, hey, no, like you're a little champ. You earned it.
Yeah.
Right.
Like,
and you start doing that every time. It's like, right. And then after a while, you just
okay. Sort of like
like a training system.
It's like a training system.
You get used to it.
Okay. So then like the next time you're like, hey, you know what? I'm kind of hungry. You want to go eat? And then she's already like ready to go. She's already, like why am I so wet? Oh my god.
Okay, it's a progressive.
Right. As soon as she smells food, she's like, oh shit, I can't. I have to fuck before I eat.
Is this something specific to the specimen in Miami? Or do you think this spreads across America?
What? This training system?
Yeah.
I think we developed it here on the podcast. Like
the Broski Dude's diet plan.
And
guess
it definitely
what I'm saying
The
is,
dating menu?
do you think this is how it works across the whole genome, or is it is it more specific to Miami, the species in Miami? Like, meaning a girl in Miami is more prone to like, hey, I get it. He takes me to that Japanese place, you know. Than other girls, I might be like, fuck it. I'm cool with like a tuna sandwich at home type shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I guess I didn't want to say it too loud. I wanted to be more subtle, but is it that in Miami it's more materialistic, so this dynamic works a little better?
Yeah,
So,
but
wait,
they
so
expect it before.
you're saying
The
that
reward system is backwards.
Oh, okay. So in Miami, it's not even a reward system. It's more like a social.
It's a reward system for the girl. She's like, you feed me, and then you get the possibility of potentially entering me.
So it almost feels like a bad social government program.
Right, because it may or may not work.
Okay.
And then there's been girls that just want to go on a date to get the free food and the drinks and to just get, go through that little dance. I don't know why. That sounds pretty psychotic, but some do that.
Yeah, like I would be very uncomfortable of going out with some guy that wants to fuck me, and I'm just like going around it just to get like some
free food,
chicken tenders and a beer. Like, you gotta be psychotic for that. But I've seen it happen. It's been done to me. It's been done to me. And I'm not saying, because this gets very mixed with like, oh wait, so when you go with a girl, right? Like, and you go like, so you like, you're buying stuff, and then you expect this, like, there's some chivalry included, but then there's a point where that chivalry ends, right? Like I'm not like like a charity system that's supporting you in your entertainment needs. Like, life is expensive. Yeah, let's go out and meet each other. I'll pay. Let's go out and meet each other a little more. I'll pay. Now, if it continues there and I don't see any return from you, then you're fucking with me. Because at the end of the day, life is like that. We value what other people can do for us. Even when you marry your girl, even when you have a kid, you're investing in that kid to be able to take care of you when you cannot take care of yourself. That's the whole point of it. I mean, of course, you love these people, and there's,
You're creating a little worker for you.
But what I'm saying is, in the old good Soviet Union, a kid. but it
had
is
a
true.
purpose, goddammit. We need workers on this farm.
In Soviet Russia, you don't raise kid raises you.
You don't raise kid, the state raise kid. And you shut the fuck up, okay? Or we put you in the list. The Death of Stalin, great movie that we reviewed.
Oh man.
No, but yeah, like what are other things that you notice when you go on a date that you make sure? Okay, sorry, go.
Sorry about that. So like when you say, okay, you go on one day, you pay for it, nothing happens. You understand, like, it's not a guaranteed, it's not a thing. Second date, all right, cool. It's nothing happens, whatever. Third date, how many dates do you say, all right, this is enough? She's either not interested in me, or she's playing me just to get food, and so on and so forth. Like, when do you say, like, 5 dates, 10 dates, 20 dates, 100? I'm asking for a friend. He really needs to know. I mean, he really needs to know.
I'm taking a loan on my house.
I
say third date. I mean, you guys are more into the dating world. I'm more of a in-house cat these days, but I would say that third date.
Three is pretty, like, what are we doing here? This is a third time.
And I'm not saying we gotta do the whole dirty deed, but if we're not,
it should be a progressive thing.
Yeah, if we're not moving towards something, then what are we even doing here, bro? Like, I could go to Flanagan's on my own and get the happy hour, right?
Right.
Actually, even better. I could call my boy Big John Hydo in the building, DJ BJ, for those fucking freaks that like to go to those parties and be in those type of substances. Yeah. I could call up my boy and be like, bro, I'm a Flanagan's, come through. Guess what? I'm gonna pay for you, dude. Don't worry, man. I know you told me that you just got laid off. I don't give a fuck, bro. I got you. And I know I ain't gonna get any sexual pleasure from him. Not physical one.
I mean, if you ask nicely, I wouldn't mind.
Right. I mean and that's why the prostitutes have such a strong bond, because we know that even though we haven't done it, we would fuck each other.
Times are rough. That's what friends are for.
Right.
It's a recession. We're going through some hard times.
Yeah. You know, my boy, like, if I'm in Spain now, so I can't physically, but if I was over there, like, you know, if you need anything,
bro,
you know,
you're still jerking off? I got you, man. Don't do that,
bro. After 9 p.m., you get a picture with 10 pieces of wings, bro. You can't beat that, bro. You know.
So let's be real. We go out. Ideally, you're interesting. You have some conversation, and you're not a complete airhead, right? We start speaking. Third date in, I take you to Top Golf, which nobody says it, but it's pretty fucking expensive.
Yeah,
for hitting a couple of golf balls, Top Golf grabs you and fucks you by the ass. No lubricant.
Yeah, and you can't take her to the range because that's not sexy.
Yeah, if you take it to the range, you look poor, and that dries up the vagina. It's like a biological thing. So you gotta take it to Top Golf, and you gotta take it to the second floor, and you gotta have Mike, that Cuban American guy. He's gonna take your order, and he's gonna recommend. He knows you're in a date. He's gonna recommend the calamari because he knows you cannot be like, nah. Let's just get the chicken fingers, whatever. He's like,
man, for you a salad?
We have octopus. What?
No, we want the tower of fried onion.
Oh.
Can I get the unlimited chips and salsa? Do you have refills on your soda? You know, all of a sudden, Top Golf is doing like octopus. Like, what the fuck? Don't offer this. It's fucked up, man.
On a side note, you know how I told you about the whole onion garlic thing? If she's on a date with you and she does order something with onion, like on purpose or garlic, then
leave.
Just leave. Yeah, because you know you ain't getting shit, bro.
Just shake her hand and leave.
Like, good day to you, sir.
Go to the bathroom and tell Mike, hey, the lady upstairs is gonna pay for it. Okay, so it's all good.
As soon as she says it, like, yeah, I'll have the onions with extra garlic. It's like, yeah, split. We're gonna split the check.
Yeah, hey, get that on 2 credit cards. Yeah, sorry. No, it's your turn. I just hit my range for 130 yards. So yeah, you might wanna check your angle. You know, I've been on dates. Now that we're talking about dates, I've been on a date where as soon as the date started, she gave me this vibe like, oh wait, we're on a date? And I had a vibe of like, yeah, what the fuck you thought this was? Like, it's like a co-worker, right?
She wants to hang, but you're like, I'm trying to fuck you.
We're having a bunch of fun at work, right? Boom, boom, boom. And then I'm like, she's getting too friendly, right? Like because I'm not like a creep, right? You know, contrary to popular belief, I am not a creep. And I don't like to be uncomfortable to women. So I tend to only attack when I know there's a sexual tension in the air, right?
Okay.
So I felt it. I was like, hey, what's happening here? What's happening here? I know people are looking at me. I got my clean fade. I changed my style, and you might be having some things boiling up inside of you when you're looking at me, you know. But you know, so I was like, maybe that's happening, you know. Maybe she's looking at me and she's like, wait, what's happening? What's going on here? You know. So I'm like, you know what? Stop being a little bitch, Kiko. Go out and ask her to go out because inside of her, she's dying for you to ask her. Right? That's what you're. There's a little guy inside of you that's telling you this. Hey, you little bitch. Yeah, you wanna go home? Your cough like a little fucking. So. So I go.
You stop being a little bitch.
So I stopped being a little bitch and I reach out to her while at work. I'm like, hey, so would you like to like go out sometime, have a drink, eat something? She's like just us two. And I'm like, yeah, just us two.
So it is.
Because I could have been like, you know, the crew, you know, the boys. Yeah, work, one team. But I was like, no, like, yeah, just us. Right? She's like, oh, yeah, cool. Oh, yeah, of course. I'm like, okay, cool.
Did she use the word cool?
She didn't want to be rude and say no?
Wait. Let him finish the story. He hasn't finished yet.
So she's like, yeah, cool. Let's go. Yeah, we could go out together. Okay, cool. So I send her, like, I take her number. I send her a message a few days later. Oh, let's go out on Saturday. Cool. I take her to this nice place in Madrid that I thought was gonna like impress her. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go get a drink. I'm gonna get a beer. Do you want anything? First red flag. Oh yeah, let me get like, I'll get a soda and I'll go get it myself. Because it's at this place where like you could, like you get up, you get the thing, then you go sit down at your place, you know. So I'm like, okay. And then we start talking, and she's not as cool as she was when we were talking at work and shit. And literally 40 minutes in, she says, so yeah, I had a movie I'm gonna watch with my sister, so I gotta go. And I remember my mom was visiting, and I took a whole day off from being with my mom, right?
Mm-hmm.
To chill with this fucking girl.
Mm-hmm.
And then she goes and tells me, no, I'm not. I'm going to watch a movie with my sister. I'm like, if you didn't want to go out on a date, like, just don't go out on a date, you know? But then don't do this weird shit in the middle where you go out on a date and then try to act like this wasn't a date. And then you leave early, super early, like. You get me?
Yeah, like, totally, like, sometimes in trying to be nice, you come off as a fucking a dickhead, an idiot. Like, she was trying to be nice to not hurt your feelings and just go along with the plan of like, oh yeah, let's go out. But then realizing that she's leading you on, you thinking that you're going on a date with her when she's in no way interested, and then like, oh, you know what? I changed my mind. I don't want to be here, and then leaves.
Yeah, but isn't that like more uncomfortable than just telling me
of
from the get-go? Like, hey, no, like, whatever. So I guess what I was gonna say with this is, if you go on a date, just be real about what you're doing. And if you just want to get a free meal, go to like a charity. There's like different there's different help.
You stand in line and go
you stand in line and you get a box of food next to the homeless people.
Wait a second. So she only got soda. You're saying that you ordered food, you guys ate, and then after eating the food, she says,
nah,
this whole thing?
Didn't get there.
No. She made it very clear by not wanting to consume anything I paid for that she wasn't there for any type of sentimental affairs.
That's another red flag.
That was the flag.
Yeah. That was
she made it known from the start.
Then there was another red
flag.
So
what did she think it was? A fucking interview?
Yeah, I don't know if she thought it was like a work buddy bonding experience, you know, like I thought I made it very clear that, you know,
it's just us.
I'm interested in you, you know.
Yeah, it wasn't like you told her, oh yeah, the whole crew's coming, and then all of a sudden, oh wait, nobody came.
Part of me felt like, because I was kind of new in Madrid. I was like, maybe I don't know the European vibe. Maybe here they're like, oh, let's go out as buddies, type shit. Like that's something they do, you know. Which I'm not saying is wrong. Like I have friends that are girls, but I don't know, man. Like if I tell you, yeah, it's just us, it's like, come on. Like I have a lesbian friend, we can maybe do that, you know. But it's just strange that if we go out together, we're going to have a drink. Like, what the fuck do you think was happening? I mean, of course not. I'm not saying like that things need to happen, but at least let's have a conversation and let's flirt. You know.
Should it then? Okay, so then maybe I guess where you would have to change in this aspect would be to establish from the get that it's a date.
Yeah, like send like a contract and shit, you know.
No, like explicitly say, I want to take you out on a date, but you have to use the word date, because if you're just like, oh, let's hang, doesn't, or let's chill out, or you know, hey, let's go, I want to drink some, I want to have some drinks with you.
If I could,
but she didn't even want to drink. She didn't even buy her own drink.
Yeah, she did. I think she bought it.
Well, her Coke.
She bought a Coke, and then she's like, oh, I gotta go. I don't make this more uncomfortable.
But like, she didn't even buy her own drink, and just like, hey, I don't want you to pay for me, but I made this effort. I'm gonna have my drinks too.
Yeah, right. Like she could have played it off like a friend, and then just never accept to go out again. You know,
right? Like even if it was like a buddy thing, like you're saying, like, oh, like, you know, she felt like it was a buddy thing and not really like a coworker thing and not really like a date thing.
Right.
She would have at least had one drink and just chill out and, all right, you know, have to ride, and that's it.
She could have given me other flags. Like if a guy would pass by that didn't look like me, he was another style, like a blonde guy. It's like, oh my God, he's so hot. I love guys exactly that look like him, and nothing that looks outside of that realm.
Or start talking about her boyfriend or some shit, you know, like.
By the way, did you know I have a boyfriend since today? He's so cool.
You wanna see a picture of him? That's Orlando Bloom.
You know what? One time, me and a friend, back in like college days, we went to like Orlando to visit a friend, and they had a house party, and we met a girl there, and she wanted to smoke, and she's like, she was being really cool with us, you know. And she's like, oh my God, I want to smoke, but like I don't even have anything. And like me and my friend were like, oh, we have like some fires, and I had like the best shit I've ever had, which is like adds to my anger. She's like, oh my God, for real? Like, oh, I would love to smoke with you guys. And I was like, all right, cool. So we went down to like my friend's car or my car, and we rolled up like a thing, and we smoked and started talking in the car. And we were both like, oh my God, like, is this something gonna happen? Like, and then right when we thought like, oh my God, she's just like, oh my God, like, I swear to God, my boyfriend will love you guys. Like
that moment she hit it. Fucking A.
She's like, you guys, like, we get along so well with Jason. He's like, you guys are so funny. Oh my God. No, yeah. No, I would never fuck you guys. But
this is good shit. I'm leaving.
Yeah. Bro, she finishes the whole shit and just like, hey, you know, guys, I appreciate it. Thanks.
I always remember like it was a very fat joint. It was like 0.7 grams, which was like a really good one. And that was like a good tenner. Like back in the day, if you gave a 0.7 for $10, that was like a. And we always like remember, we're like, damn, she played us for the 0.7.
That's all she was worth.
And she played us good.
She got you.
Yeah.
But at least she made it known. Did she leave as soon as, well, I guess you guys went your own.
I mean, to be honest, she played it well. Like we continued to chill and talk shit, right. But she's like made it clear. And I'll be honest with you, that's all I ask. You know, but maybe she should have made it clear before.
Then she wouldn't have gotten
the 0.7. I mean, we might have still, but it's better to know.
Doesn't that make the person worse? Like if they deliberately know that nothing's gonna happen, but they play you along just to get that free food or the free weed or drinks, like things like that. I don't know.
I don't condone it.
No.
That's pretty
I'd
bad.
rather you just be upfront and be like, look, I'm not gonna fuck you or anything. I just wanna drink, so have a drink. It's like, no,
But
cool. I'll
also
buy you a drink.
in defense of the ladies, it does sound like stuck up to be like, hey, oh, you guys have something to smoke? Oh my god, so cool. I would really love to smoke, but I just want to make it clear I don't want to have sex with you guys. And then we're gonna be like, what? Like, what? Would you even think of that? Oh my god, what the fuck's wrong with you? Yeah, no, we're not even gonna smoke with you. Yeah, that's how I would act.
No, well, the right thing would be like, hey, look, if you guys I'll put down, because I know that nothing's gonna happen between us. It's the whole emotional
This
thing.
is the actual point of the conversation. If she would have been down, right, with Bone Thugs and Harmony, I got 5 on it. I'm not coming on the street. I got 5 on it.
We could run a marathon, and you could be all day with $5. Like it's no problem. But at least you're contributing. Otherwise, you're just trying to be a leech. You're trying to
Right.
bum
That's
off
a
people.
problem. That's a problem, and you find this in Miami a lot. Leeches, right? Whenever you
Sanguijuela.
have la sanguijuela, very dangerous. Will suck your blood and your energy. And what I say to this is, chew away with the leeches. We don't want them here. So if you want to do the right thing, you say, hey guys, I don't have anything, but I got 5 on it. Which with inflation, I got 10 on it.
10 on it.
But
And then if she throws down, then you'd be like, all right, I'll be right back. And you already had it.
I'll be right back.
Go to your car real quick.
I'll be right back.
I'll be right back. Damn, like we gotta wait for like 5 minutes to 10 minutes to go back up, guys.
Yeah, you're in the bathroom waiting. All right. Or outside, brother.
Okay. All right.
Bathroom makes sense.
And you skimper, of course.
Damn. That's true. You give it a 0.5.
That's the boyfriend tax. You got a boyfriend?
You get the 0.7 and you give them the 0.5. You tax the 0.2. Oh my god.
Sorry. Maybe be single next time.
And you're the dick.
You brought this on yourself.
You brought this on yourself.
You need to be available all the time. You belong to the streets, honey. I love that concept in the urban world. Man, she belonged to the streets.
She belongs.
So
to
how
the
do you
streets.
flag for one of these women these days? How do you screen? Screen for
Right.
the leeches. Because it's hard. It's hard. And then once you already have to pay, and then by then, sure, you already got leached. You already got.
Right.
Blood is drawn, baby.
Blood is drawn. You didn't even know.
You didn't even know.
I mean, I think it's like an instinct thing. It's hard. It takes years of experience and money wasted.
Money wasted, yeah. Yeah, it'd be nice for girls to make the effort and like pretending to get like their purse to pay, and then you're like, oh no, it's all right.
With these ones, I like those songs. I like say like, oh, she's independent. She got her money. Like that. That's hot, right? A girl that got her own, and you still can pay for it, but you know that she's not needing it, so it's not a leech.
Right, she made the attempt and she can.
Now, this is another thing. You can do a leech test, which is a thing that exists, a leech test, by taking her to certain establishments that might not be impressionable, right? So, for example, I don't know these days what's like. Can you go on a date to Chili's, Flanagan's, or is that riffraff? I don't know. I haven't been in the game for a long time.
It's pretty expensive these days.
So, but let's say you take
but
her,
even then, like it's still. yeah, like it's riffraff. Like not riffraff per se, but it's more
Right.
commonplace. It's more commonplace.
Okay. I also
You're
want
still-
to add. I want to add here that John is super riffraff and he goes to these places.
You could get, the leeching doesn't change there though because it's still expensive. So you have to try
Okay.
with even the tier under, the Five
Okay.
Guys. or something.
So would you say
Five Guys. Wow.
the real leech test? If you wanna, what if is Five Guys like bad? I had Five Guys today. That shit is amazing.
No, it's great. I just don't. I think John's wow was more like that's not first date type of thing.
Okay. You first date, you take her to the
Five
FT
Guys.
arena, right? To have calamari overpriced
Get the fuck
calamari,
outta
right?
here. What the fuck? No.
Okay. Or something like that. Second date, you go to Longhorn, right? Longhorn, yeah, okay. Third date, leech test. We go to Taco Bell
Yeah, bring it down. Taco Bell in the park.
because that also is gonna show me how much can you take. Like, do you need to shit right away after, or can you handle a little pain?
So, what if she doesn't like Taco Bell?
And
That's it.
Stop right
It's doomed to fail.
No, you take it to an equivalent: Wendy's, Burger King.
Okay. So, but she doesn't have to like Taco Bell, and she doesn't have to be like she doesn't have to like Taco Bell and be a leech.
It is a red flag
Right.
because if you don't like Taco Bell, but I notice you're a leech, then it's harder for me to maintain that leech. Because if you like Taco Bell, I could continue to finance that leech for
mind you leeching.
a few
Taco
weeks
Bell.
to see where that takes me. You know? But if you can only be maintained with Biscayne Boulevard, you know, whatever, Wynwood, overpriced fish tacos.
Yes, it's an expensive leech.
You know, you want to have a leech that is that costly. So if anything, I'm fine with the leech if the leech is low cost. I mean, let's be real. Taco Bell is not cheap these days. How much is a quesadilla these days?
Bro,
$5-6.
I the
That's
other day I
me.
bought a quesadilla, a burrito, and a crunch wrap, $15.
Yeah, the fuck out of here.
Yeah, and I imagine for two, that's $30 in Taco Bell.
Oh, that's already Five Guys prices.
That's right. The leech wins.
And by the way, if you're thinking, oh, okay, so if she doesn't like Taco Bell, maybe I can take it to Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A doesn't count. I mean, people know in this podcast. I mean, we don't have a direct sponsorship, but we support the Chick-fil-A corporation. And we understand that they're religious, that they don't really like the LGBT community. And that part we don't like. I mean, we don't agree with everything Chick-fil-A does. You know, the fact that they don't open Sundays, I think is a fail.
It's ungodly.
Ungodly, not only on a moral, you know, like observation, but like also like economically, you could make bang that day.
That's the thing I wanted the most. The breakfast.
Yeah. Oof.
The breakfast in the morning.
And lunch.
I love the little breakfast with the little pancitos.
Little sliders. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh
with
my god,
with
the
little
biscuit
chickens.
sliders.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
I could like shove them things like continuously. But the
Did
reason
you
why I
put,
mentioned
did you put
Chick-fil-A,
honey on it? Oh, my
you
God.
gotta put the honey. Let it drip.
You gotta
So
put-
you said it doesn't count.
It doesn't count because that shit is luxurious. Get the fuck out of here. To me,
luxurious.
Chick-fil-A. If you say anything about me taking you to Chick-fil-A, you know, go get the bus. You're Ubering home. So it's what I call the leech test.
I think you have to start bringing it down. You start high and then you bring it down to see, or maybe you should start the other way around because by then the leech already had her fill. It's filled.
if you do it backward, you are able to get rejected quicker, but you do filter quicker too.
Right.
Like if you get somebody that passes the leech test, then could be a keeper. You know what I mean?
So
Like,
and then you hit them with the reward system. Bang. Oh, you like Taco Bell? Now we're going to Chick-fil-A. You like that? Now we're going to Olive Garden. All right. You like that? You still around? We'll go to Macaroni Grill, baby.
it's like a tier system.
Yeah.
And you build up to. I think it's
Asking levels. It's like a little video game.
Yeah, it's like a multi-level. Yeah, like if you sell Avon or Herbalife.
Then you hit a cap and then you bring it back down.
Like you unlock events as you go along. Like
so you like macaroni? You like macaroni grill? Let's try some Anthony's coal fire pizza. Oof.
Boom.
you see, sometimes you get it. Sometimes you get rewarded. Let's say the first date, I take you to a local little
Buffet.
bar.
A local buffet. I just want you to be like completely fucking bloated and stuff. The rest of the week.
You had your fill lead.
So you want free food? Here you go. you can fit.
Open your mouth. You start putting sushi rolls.
Because they have to have sushi next to Chinese food, next to a barbecue, next to cheeseburgers.
So you want any fucking peach?
And you want my life?
Uber home.
Bro, you remember this pizzeria buffet?
Oh my God, Belantes.
Like
Like
Cici's Pizza or Belantes, where you pay like $5.99 for unlimited pizza and soda.
Oh my God. And even pasta. Oof.
You gotta take it to Little Caesars.
Not even my kids like that shit, dude. I took them once thinking that it was gonna be a fun thing for them to just stuff their face with pizza. They just look at that plastic and they're like, "Dad, this tastes terrible." I'm like, "Yeah, well, we already paid the entry. You're gonna eat."
You eat, motherfucker. I remember one time.
But the cinnamon thing, that's the only saving grace that they have.
Was good. Was good. I think they still have a CC's over there by Ruben Dairy.
I mean, that shit is fucking the lowest of the low. I remember one time I went to one of these pizza buffet places, Cici's or Belantes, in some shitty shopping center. And me and like a friend that I play football with, we did like a who can eat the most. And we ate like 30 something slices each.
Oh my God.
But I guess what we're trying to say in this episode is sometimes you gotta throw in a little leech.
A little leech test.
You have to.
Yeah.
You gotta find out.
You have
You
to.
gotta
That's the
find
world
out.
we live in.
You gotta find out how much you need to fill the leech. You know.
Hasta que se revienta.
Yeah. And you gotta recognize this. It's an instinct because you don't want to get played. In this game, you want to be generous, you want to give, but you don't want to get leeched.
Right.
And so, I don't know. What do you guys have to say about this first dates? And is it too low sometimes? Like, is there a low place? Or can you go to Chili's? Can you go to Hooters? Can you go to fucking, Belantes?
Well, with those places like the chain ones, Hooters, Chili's, Fridays, like if you're not, I don't know if the word grateful is might be wrong or misinterpreted, but if you're not like content with wanting to go there and just like, because you're just gonna eat anything anyway. The whole point of it is for me and you to meet. And if you're really picky about this, then me and you probably don't have matching personalities.
or pockets.
but I do think that there is a low, at least for a first date, like a TC's in Belantes is pretty bad.
Okay.
That should be a stat that you go there like as a fun date experiment, like 2 years into the relationship.
Yeah, way in there.
Like if you like, I guess this here the message is you can go to Red Lobster. Just don't act pretentious about it. Like, don't act like you're taking me fancy Italian. We go to Red Lobster, and we love those biscuits.
I'm not gonna wear a suit.
Right. I will go with my Crocs.
I know what I'm bringing you to, but also enjoy that we're coming here and I'm paying for it because you know I'm gonna pay for it.
Right. And we will have to go to Belantes at one point.
You are gonna get tested.
Yeah.
Oh fuck! Well, I'm gonna end this because I probably have boogers in my nose. I was crying there. Let us know what you guys think about this first date. How would you go about it, and how do you handle these situations? And what are red flags, and what are things that we shouldn't do on our first date? Love you guys. Thanks for tuning in. Rate us on Spotify, iTunes, and the Broski Doodles. Keep it real and keep it going.
We just got to the location on the first date. We gotta do a part 2.